Orange traffic barriers are the first sign that something is going on under the streets of Metro Vancouver. Workers are using heavy equipment as they move slowly from manhole to manhole. But just what are they doing? The answer is simple enough. The sewer lines that handle our flushes also get a regular flushing themselves.
A lot of grease accumulates in these lines from the restaurants down the street here.
A hose is fed into a sewer access point where high-pressure water is used to clean the pipe's walls. A camera goes into the sewer from the upstream end to follow what's called the flushing hose on its return journey. Maintenance workers use video imaging from the camera to look for trouble spots.
We know the hot spots, the trouble areas, and this has been known to be one of them.
44.7 meters of grease, photo 2.
What this engineer is talking about is grease. The white parts that you see in the sewer pipe are hardened grease, mostly from commercial kitchens.
If you leave it alone, then there's the potential for the grease to build up to become a grease blockage. And then when you have a heavy rainstorm, you could have the sewer back up and overflow.
The Marsh End Pumping Station is one of more than 500 facilities operated by Metro Vancouver that pump sewage uphill until gravity sends it to the closest treatment plant. Here too, grease is what they're targeting in the station's wet well.
If it does sit for a while, it actually gets to the solidity almost of concrete. And it just builds up and builds up and builds up. And without regular washing of the wet well, that'll just keep on going and building up. And chunks will start breaking off, which can lodge in the pumps and just cause all sorts of havoc.
Commercial kitchens are part of the problem, but they can also be part of the solution with responsible management of the grease they inevitably produce. At this restaurant, the grease trap is pumped out by a trained professional at least once every 3 weeks, and much more often in the busy summer months.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
But not all restaurants are as diligent, so Metro Vancouver is proposing several changes to the regulations governing the operation and maintenance of kitchen grease traps.
We're looking at having people remove grease from the grease trap at least once per month. Also to have the grease trap fully pumped out 4 times per year, as well as keep maintenance records on hand for 2 years for us to view and inspect if necessary.
If you consider how many restaurants are out here, how much grease is utilized in the course of a day, if it's just going directly into our sewer systems or into our drainage of any sort, then we're going to see ultimate problems at the other end.
In an older restaurant, a grease trap might be located in the floor. In recent years, it's more likely to be found under a sink. Regardless, the grease that's collected can only go to one of Metro Vancouver's 5 wastewater treatment plants. At Iona, a special grease collection facility separates out the solids for incineration and uses the remaining grease to help make methane gas, which the plant uses for power. In this case, grease is actually useful, but elsewhere in the plant, it can really gum up the works. Ultimately, it's the taxpayers who are footing the bill for the $2 million Metro Vancouver spends annually to deal with grease in the sewer system. That's a cost that could decrease if these new regulations are put into place. A win for taxpayers' wallets and for the region's environment.